Hey everyone, my name is Johnny and I'm from the Center of Makeup Artistry and Design. We're getting ready for Vegas and recreating looks for the iHeartRadio Music Festival lineup. Today, we'll be recreating one of Dua Lipa's performance looks. This is Face to Face iHeartRadio Music Festival Edition. The focus for this look is all about the eye, and the eye definitely makes a statement. We're going to be using a bright colored pink, and we're going to basically smudge this all over the eye. You want to make sure that you're using a product that is waterproof and that is not going to run while you're out at the festival having a good time. So I am using a paint stick that is going to stain the skin and give us a really strong wearing power. The best part of this makeup is that there really is no blending required. So I'm going to start by using a stiff brush and packing this pink on our model's lid. Now, as you guys can see, this is a very, very bright color. So you want to be a little careful with where exactly you're putting it. It'll also help if you draw a line from the inner corner of the eye and start pulling it out. The cool part about this is it has a slight pull out. So you want to start working your way from the outer corner, pulling it to the tail of the brow, and then basically curving it back in. In the event that you are a blender, you can use a puffy brush and lightly buff out the ends as well, but I think a blunt line is a little bit more fun. Any type of synthetic brush is going to be best because creams tend to stain and will stick on a real haired brush. So if you're using brushes that are not synthetic, like a natural goat hair, you want to make sure that you clean your brush right away because it will stain your brush. Awesome. Once we've applied our cream, the best way to keep your eyeshadow on is by locking it with the powder. So I'm going to grab a stiff brush and my pink eyeshadow, and I'm going to press this into the lid. Close for me. This is really going to enhance the color and give us a nice matte lid. You want to work pretty slow when you're patting these colors on because if you get a little bit of fallout, anything that has a red pigment in it can tend to stain the skin. You can also go in with a little bit of shimmer if you'd like to break up some of that matte texture. I love a little shimmer, especially if we're going out and we're gonna dance and have a fun time. A little shimmer in the center just gives us some breakup. Beautiful. Let's do the other side, shall we? Coming in with the same brush that I was using prior to putting on the powder, except this one is smaller. I get a little bit better of placement, and I can actually work with the product a little better. And again, guys, you want to come from that inner corner here and start creating this nice line, almost like a cut crease, but we're not putting anything above it. This look can also become a little asymmetrical. So when you're applying it, make sure that you step back and you could tell where the lines are so that you don't look a little off-centered with your color. You also want to make sure that you carry the color a little bit above that crease. Normally where you would put your transition color or a blending color, you're just going to draw that line a little above it. Now if you have an eye that's a little bit more round or prominent, then you can just put the pink on the lid, call it a day. I like to use the edge of my brush because it's fairly flat, so it allows me to have a little bit more control when doing the eye. Beautiful. Our next step again would be to set this eye with a little bit of powder to keep it from creasing and to make sure that your eye stays on all day. And what would any eyeshadow be without any shimmer? Go in and just pop that right on the center of the lid. the shimmer will also give this wet look to the eye that I find to be really pretty, and will also pop if you are dancing at night and the light hits you at the right time and you get that selfie. It's perfect. Nice. From here, we're actually going to work from the bottom of the eye. So I'm going to add a little bit of pink underneath, blending it out to match the outer corner. Now guys, this look is basically done with a matter of 2 brushes. So it's really simple, really easy to do, and again, it's very, very quick. So if you're in a rush, opt out to use this color. You can use a blue, you can use a neon green. The shape can change, but ideally you want to go in with something really strong, really bold, and that'll give you that pop when you're dancing and get a little bit more attention. All the way up for me. Perfect. Now, when you're working with the under eye area, it's very important that you use a brush that isn't too stiff, because you don't want to hurt your eye. You want to leave the waterline, which is basically the little area of skin where the tears collect, with no liner at all. This will help to open up the eye, and it'll also make the eyes look bigger. A cool trick that you can do with something like this is taking your eyeshadow and using a puffy brush to then blend the shadow into the cream. It'll create a really nice texture and it'll buff out all that cream into the skin. We're going to come in with one of my favorite brushes, which is the pencil brush. It really allows you to get precise detail when working in small areas around the eye. I like to smudge out the under eye a little bit, because the cream eventually will break down and move into your concealer. So why not beat it before it does it for you and give a nice diffused line underneath the eye. And the best part about doing this is that you don't have to worry about anything smudging. Now, what is any makeup without eyelashes? We are going to use a beautiful stripped eyelash so that it opens up the eyes and adds that extra bit to our makeup to pop it out. When you're working with fake eyelashes, you want to make sure that you let your glue get a little tacky before you apply it onto your client or onto your eye. I'm going to use the back of my makeup brush, and we're using a black latex glue. If you are allergic to latex, you can opt out and use another glue that is latex free. After we get the glue on, you want to let the air hit it. Another great tip when working with eyelashes is to actually take your lash and bend it around a little bit. This will help to loosen up the shape of your eyelash after it's been sitting in the case for a very long time. Now that we're ready for our lash application, you're going to look down and we're going to gently place the lash on the little area where the skin and the hairs meet, and live your best life. We're now going to go in and apply the left eyelash in the exact same way. If you're putting eyelashes on yourself, the best technique is to actually hold a mirror under you, because then you can keep your eyes down to the ground and the entire lid will be exposed so that you can easily take your lash and place it right on top of the hair that's growing out. Lastly, we're going to top this look off with a really, really light pink lip gloss. We want to keep it somewhere in the nude family, so a pink that has a little bit of brown is going to be perfect. You guys at home could use lipstick, you could use lip gloss, or you can use a liquid matte lipstick that will then stay on all day and you don't have to worry about touching up. Using a lip brush, I'm going to take our pink gloss. This gloss has a lot of color in it, so even though it is a lip gloss, it's going to apply kind of like a liquid lipstick that has a high shine. This is essentially our look, and for you guys at home who maybe aren't so skilled with makeup, this actually is super easy to do and will take you no time. This is a great makeup for those who DJ AF. Have fun at the iHeartRadio Music Festival, dancing the day away.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe for more videos from your favorite artist. And while you're here, check out these other videos.